Hey everyone. So I've been playing Arknights for over a year now, and for the first 8 or 9 months, I didn't read anything, which was honestly very dumb of me. But the last story that I read was chapter 13, and it was phenomenal. And I was really hyped for the new event, the Virtuosa event. I have no idea how you pronounce it. Zwillingstürme im Herbst. I mean, please, just tell me the pronunciation in the comments below. I would really love it because I have no idea how German words are pronounced. So I'm just gonna call it the Virtuosa Viviana event. uh, but I read it. I read it in its entirety, and it's a fabulous event. It's like it's really epic, and not the kind of epic like Lone Trail was. Like Lone Trail was kind of a scientific epicness to it. Uh, exploring the unknown, breaking the barriers, breaking the mysteries. This event was more like finding the true meaning. Like we have been experiencing the fallout of the death of the Witch King in Lingering Echoes. It was a major plot point, and an executors event that happened in January, the ex Fedora event. It didn't involve the Witch King, but it involved Virtuosa and Arturia. I have not read Near Light, but I have heard that Viviana is probably involved over there. So, yeah, it's been leading up to this event. Like everything, Viviana's story, Arturia's story, Executor's story, Ebonholz's story, everything has been leading up to this event, and it just nails it so well. The artwork, look at this artwork. It's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I really love it. I mean, I'm kind of sad that the background doesn't change. Like I would have liked it if it changed, like Lone Trail style, where before fighting Kristen you have that one background with Mulzi, Saria, Hulheak, and Silence, and then after defeating the main story, after like completing the main story, you have one with Kristen walking into the unknown, into space. So like this event doesn't have it, but still, this event has the best music that I've ever heard. Like, oh my god, it's so imperial. It's so it's I mean, how should I pronounce? How should I say it? It just gives you this different kind of vibe because it's classical, but it's also very modern. It has those beats, it has those catchy tunes, but it's still very classical in its base. Like I'm not a musician, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but just my random thoughts in my head. So the music was amazing. When I first saw the trailer, like way back in November, when Lone Trail was happening on Global, and I saw the trailer for this event, I saw Virtuosa. I had no idea who she was. Like at that time, I had no idea who Virtuosa was, but I just saw her, and then I just absolutely fell in love with her. And I was like, I want this character. I do not care whether she's bad or whether she's broken or whatever. I just want her because she is absolutely stunning. And the fact that I searched into her lore and all, and then I found out that she was a war criminal and she was evil but not evil. So like she's a very complicated and mysterious character, and it just made me like her more. Also, I'm really happy, like this event is also going down as one of my favorite events because of the gacha. Because this gacha, like the units that I got over here were absolutely insane. Surtur, Viviana, Hodor, and obviously Virtuosa. And that's not it. I got so many copies of her. I'm just missing one more, but I can probably skip that if I don't get her. I'm on my way to like Spark, Texas Altar. I have, how many do I have? Yeah, 35 more pulls. It's achievable. But talking about this event story, you start off with Viviana coming to Latnian. You have Ebonholz over there arriving. You have Virtuosa, Executor is searching for Virtuosa. I mean, I'm not going to call her Virtuosa continuously. I'm just going to stick to Arturia. So Executor is searching for Arturia. Viviana is on her own story. Like Viviana's father was, as I understood it, he was the ruler of Latnian. So he died. The Witch King was coming back. The Witch King's remnants were causing trouble in the country. Ebenholz was here for, for his. Why was Ebenholz here? Oh wait, yeah. I completely forgot about my man. But yeah, he was here on his own personal business, like he was taking a break from Rhodes Island. He came here to experience the festival. The festival, yeah. And it also centered around this huge festival that this country celebrated every year, and you had two empresses, the blonde one and the black-haired one. I mean, please don't ask me her name's pronunciation. I mean, as I read in my mind, the blonde one was probably called Evigegned, and the black-haired one was called Grimarked. At least that's how I pronounced it in my head. I have no idea how it's actually pronounced, because it's filled with German words. Like, this entire story is so true to German words. Like, it's insane, and it's part of the reason why I absolutely loved it as well. Like, majority of the times I don't understand it, but I had this one friend who taught me a few words, like two words. I think Danke, which meant thank you, and then Guten Tag, which meant good day. And I was like, okay, when those two words popped up, whenever in the story, I was like, yes, I finally understand something. Although I'm still, skeptical on the Danke part, like whether it actually means thank you or whether it's something else. But, the characters were just saying Danke whenever they had to say thank you. So I just, correlated it that way. But overall, the event story, in the end, you actually fight the Witch King. Like, we finally see the face of the Witch King, which was insane. Ebenholz's ancestor. We have this spiral stair that was in the 3D teaser, and then Arturia's role in the story. Like, she wanted to meet the Witch King, she wanted to understand the future, and then she found her answers. We saw the Empresses fight the Witch King. Grimark stayed back to prevent the Witch King's domain from entering into Terra. And we had Viviana's guardian / parents' friend / someone, Cora, who was apparently also one of the Witch King's remnants? One of the Witch King's remnants leaders, something like that. Basically, the Cora's character arc, I think around ZT7 or so, I don't remember if it's ZT7 or ZT6, but in the middle, like right before her reveal, I actually figured out that maybe Cora is the real mastermind behind all this, because I don't know, just the way the story works, or maybe my mind just worked in that way. So I just kind of figured it out. Brand's character was amazing. We had Fremont, who was a leech, and initially I thought that he was going to be a big bad, but then he turned out to be such a humorous character. Like, he was one of the greatest characters in the story. Like, I really enjoyed his character arc. Then we had Ermengarde from chapter 11, chapter 12, chapter 13, the main story, and I was hyped. When she popped up, I was like, whoa, what's she doing here? And then she didn't give any spoilers for what's happened in Victoria. So yeah, although I'm not 100% sure whether this takes place after the Victoria arc or before it, but at the start of the story it mentioned the year 1100, so I'm thinking it takes place after the Victoria arc, because if I'm not mistaken, either the Victoria arc takes place in 1098 or 1097. But if it takes place after this event, please let me know, because I would really love it. The lore of Arknights is so expansive that it just breaks my mind at times. It's tough to correlate everything. So that was the story. The ending was also very beautiful, with the art. The artworks were gorgeous in this event. Like, they had one of the most beautiful artworks, and it was plentiful. Certain events have 2 to 3 pieces of artworks, and that's it. And most of the time, you only see that towards the end of the story. Here, it was plentiful. Like, every 2 nodes had a beautiful artwork for Viviana, for Arturia, for Executor playing while he was playing the piano, Arturia playing the cello, Viviana when she wielded her light sword or something like that towards the end of the story, and then when she saw her mother in an illusion. So there were beautiful artworks over here. The music, as always, perfect. The nodes. Let's get to the gameplay part. The nodes. It's actually one of the most easiest events that I've ever played. Now I have no idea. Like I've been playing for a year now, and I have pretty much the best units possible. Like for a year one player. I mean, I don't know how normal 1-year-old players in Arknights have an accounts, but I consider myself to be like pretty lucky because um, Mulesy, Sinez, Gaviel, pretty amazing units. Mudrock, Penance, Exia, Saria, Pozemka, one of the greatest single target DPS. Typhon, Iafala, Evanholz, Lin. I have Kalsit. I got Kalsit from the ban. I didn't buy her. And then Reed Alter, Nightingales, Cardi, Kirin, Siege, Thorns, Silver Ash, not Mjolnir, Shining. So like I have both the Nightingale Shining combo, which is like increased defense and increased arts resistance. Those two on the field literally make you indestructible. Pair them up with a Skadi Alter, and you're never gonna die. It's that good. Or just like keep a Saria ahead, and then keep a Gaviel. That's actually how I killed the vampire, the coat of Sanguinarch in chapter 13. So like yeah. Then yeah, Scissoran, and like the teams that I have, the operators that I have are pretty insane. So I don't know if it's because of that, or maybe the event was actually very easy, but I found it to be very easy. The nodes were pretty light. The music gimmick that this event had was pretty fun. Like the purple music and the yellow music. I have no idea what they were called, but the purple one was decreased attack speed but increased attacks, and then the yellow one was decreased defense but increased attack speed or something like that. And it was fun, like switching it up, switching the tunes, switching the melodies. It was a fun experience. The nodes weren't heavy, like you didn't have 50 plus enemies per node. It was mostly limited to 20, 25. I don't think any node cleared 30, except for the last one, the ZT10. So it was still very friendly. Like I would rate this event to be more friendly compared to what I played last year, Il Siracusano. I mean, I was barely 2 months into the game, and I was like, okay, let's try Il Siracusano. I didn't get Texas Alter. I got Penance towards the end of the event, and somehow I cleared Il Siracusano with an E1 Mjolnir. I'm not an Mjolnir, an E1 Silver Ash, an E1 Exia, and then a Black Knight, and I don't know, Praminix, and it was Parain Nightingale. It was insane, man. It was so tough. And then you had those enemies over there that popped up when a certain number of civilians died, and they had these increased attack nodes. Oh my god, let that rerun happen. I'm going to devour each of those enemies so bad. Like I have a full set of team now. Nobody's gonna survive this time, and I will go into it with my own Texas Alter. I hope that by the end of this event I will not have to borrow another Texas Alter again from the support unit. But okay, the nodes, let me just autoplay it once, because I have nothing better to do, and plus I gotta farm those materials. So what I did was when I approached these nodes, I actually kept 4 operators, the ones that I got from the banner, on my team, because I wanted that trust bonus. So Viviana, Virtuoso, obviously getting a trust bonus. Surtur and Holderer, because I need that trust bonus as well, and they are operators that I will be leveling up and I will be using. So I just went to it blind, with a few of my OP characters, and it was actually very, very easy. Like I cleared up till ZT9 with a team where 3 operators were basically next to useless. Like they were only E1 level 1, although their skills were level 7, but still. And I purposely went into this with only with 2 healers. One healer is Reed, but for Reed you need to attack to heal, and then Saria. And I thought let's just try this event. But surprisingly, so it was so easy. These enemies are very, very fragile, and it's actually it's very newbie friendly, I would say. The gimmick is understandable, like certain bosses are pretty insane, like these guys, the ones with the shields. If you hit them, they're gonna reflect damage back to you, especially when the purple music is playing. So, like if you don't switch it to yellow, um, they're gonna have the shield and the damage is gonna reflect back. So that could prove to be a problem for new players, but I would say, like if you have built characters, if you have at least three built characters, you're good to go, because those three DPS units are gonna carry you so hard. And apart from that, the music that was playing in this, what? No, no, no. It's gonna survive. No error detect. Yeah, see? It's gonna survive. Yeah, the music that was playing over here was so epic, because it was the same music that was in the trailer, and I just love that music. I have no idea why. I just love that music. It was so epic to play it, like listen to it, and then while fighting the Witch King inside T10. Why do I have errors over here? What the hell is wrong with this game? Come on, Ebenholz. Yep, see? I don't know why the game shows error is detected. It's so dumb. So yeah, the music was absolutely phenomenal. Truth be told, since the past like November or so, I found the title track for this, for the tunes, and I just played it. I just randomly played it on my playlist, and it was one of the best music that I've ever heard. Like I was continuously listening to this song, to this OST for 6 months straight. I think that's what served me as a catalyst for the Viviana Virtuosa banner. But yep, still. Now, if you see this node was absolutely bonkers, because this node actually made me realize that attacking the shields actually drains your HP, and I was like, holy hell! So then, the best units for them are, I feel, incantation medics, because you hit them, you heal yourself, you hit them, you heal yourself. So like you're not going to go wrong anywhere, and it just feels so good. Like for the longest time I was having so much trouble with normal events, with the Jessica event was actually pretty annoying. And what was there after that? The Leech, the Blood, the Sanguinarch in chapter 13 was also destructive. So like this is one of the most casual events that I've ever played, so it's like so fun. And look at the attack speed, look at the attack speed of Viviana and NS. It's a blinding, like it's like, oh my god, did I just mention Weekend song Blinding Lights? It's like whatever, but these stages actually promote stuff. I can't wait to play the EX stages, because the EX stages are probably going to be a blast. Although it's gonna destroy my mind or so, because sometimes the nodes are so tough. Like I was just doing a walk in dust today, and it was so difficult, but still I'll be able to do it someday. So yep, the event, all in all, pretty peak event. Like whatever I expected from Lone Trail, it was near that level, obviously near that level. The banner is obviously better than the Lone Trail banner, because while Mulesy is really amazing as a character and I personally love her, but I don't think that she's fit for everyone. Virtuoso on the other hand is like a character that I feel like many players can utilize well, because her gimmick is like she's the only one that has that gimmick in the entire game, and there's no other character right now who can actively utilize what she does. So she's not meta defining, like she's not meta breaking, but still she is an absolutely amazing unit. And Viviana is also very beautiful. If you get her, do not feel sad, because she is actually amazing. She gives herself a shield, and she has the innate defense and resistance protection and stuff. Although her damage might not be the best, but obviously you won't be soloing nodes most of the times. Like a casual player would obviously go in with a team like this. Like, where's the team? Let me show you what a casual player would probably be going in. They'll be going with a team like this, all 6-star operators, if they have it, all the 6 stars, all the best ones that they can have, or something like that. So like, yeah, But yeah, it's still a good event. And she is gorgeous. Look at her. Look at her. I'm so happy that I have her. Amazing. Man, amazing. It's amazing. But that's my thoughts on the event. Pretty fun event. I can't wait for the X stages. I can't wait to scratch my head and curse this game at the S stages. And I will be trying to get all the medals. Like that's a goal for me. Ever since I couldn't clear Lone Trail set, the Lone Trail medal set, the one medal set that I wanted the most, I couldn't clear it because S what was it, LT8, LTEX8, and was it LT or something else? But whatever, the EX8 and the S5 stages actually ruined me, and I couldn't, just because I couldn't complete those two stages, I was stuck. And majority of the guys that I saw had either a Surtur or a Calcit or a Reed Alter, S3 obviously, and at that time I didn't have any of them. So hopefully now, whenever the rerun happens, I'll be able to get that. But I will be trying to get all the medals over here. So that's it for now. Also, yeah, the mini game is so fun. It's like, I don't know if many people enjoy it, but if you enjoy detective stories, reading detective stories or such like that, it's kind of like an interrogation stuff. It reminded me of certain gameplay tactics, like L.A. Noire had. The AAA game from Rockstar, by the way, L.A. Noire, a detective game where you interrogate people to find clues and then find the answer. So it was kind of like that, where you had to create harmony and stuff, and music tones played an important role. It was a fun mini game, and I loved that. And apart from that, I think I'm going to stop here. These were my thoughts on the new event, Zwillingstürme im Herbst, or something like that. But did you enjoy the event? Did you enjoy the story? Let me know. And thanks for watching once again. Have a great day. Goodbye.